back, and now we're going to talk about using this modeling paste. I use Liquitex modeling paste. It is a gel medium that has marble dust in it, so ground up rock basically. It's a matte, opaque preparation of marble dust and polymer emulsion. It dries slowly to a very hard surface, is permanent, non-yellowing, and water resistant when dry. So I like to use this. Now, I do use other kinds of modeling gels, like if I'm going to do waves, make the water waves come up. I'll use like a gel medium that's really stiff, I guess what they call it, or thick. And so it holds its peaks when you make them. I use that for fire also. But this is really good for modeling like the texture of a Godzilla model. The clay that we did yesterday, you can actually, shape the texture you want. With this, you can't do that so much, but like when I did my Baragon model, the modeling paste sometimes gets kind of dry on the outside edges. I'll just take some chunks of that and put it down, and then add a little water to it to make the warty looking things that Baragon has. So anyway, what I'm going to do is take a brush. Got several different brushes here, but this one is going to be pretty good because it's fairly stiff but not totally stiff. I'll be able to work it. It'll hold a little bit of water. Get my brush a little wet. I have just a old butter dish full of water, and get a little bit of that on there. Sometimes if I want to just put on a real thin amount, water it down a lot, and just let it go into cracks. I've done that. But what we'll do with this is, I've already kind of gone over this once, and what generally happens is that you'll find there's different areas where there's pinholes that'll reappear. And so I almost always end up going over this again until I get rid of all the little cracks and holes that I don't like. There's a couple places I did on like the arm here that after it dried, it just had a couple little pinholes. I'm just going to fill them now with a thin amount of this stuff. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab the camera and I'll try to do this so you can see what I'm doing, okay? Hang on. Okay, here's my modeling paste. Bring the water over here. So I have a wet brush and I'm just getting just a real fine amount of this on here. And then if you look, see where I got these cracks. I'm actually going to use some thicker stuff there, but that's what I'm talking about. Is there's some areas here that have like little pinholes. See that? So I'm going to take a little of this stuff. I got a glob of it here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there like that. I'm going to take a little bit of water. I'm going to try to duplicate the texture that was there. There's a crack there I don't like. Anyway, I hope you get the idea what I'm doing. It's hard to look at what I'm doing and have the camera pointing in the right place at the same time. I hope you can see that I'm filling in some of these little pinholes. Sorry, I wasn't pointing right. Need someone else to hold the camera for me while I do this. That one's kind of stubborn. Do one more. Just want to give you the idea. I'm gonna get this stuff a little wetter. Make a little pool I can grab at. Yep. Okay. Now let's see what we can do with this. Yeah. About right there. Anyway, I hope you get the idea. And what I can also do is there on the shoulder where I've done some work, there's a couple areas there I think I might want to just try to add a little of this there. And if I decide I don't like it, all I gotta do is add some water to it and wash it off at this point. But yeah, I'm hoping this will just kind of help blend me a little bit. Alright, so it's kind of hard to see when everything is so white, but the original sculpt had a lot of these bumps like this. I'm just trying to have that same sort of texture in what I do, and most of these had a pretty clear area where you could see the seam. Now you just have some spots that have little pinholes, except there's a pretty big area here I'm going to fix, like right here and here. Those I need to get to business on. But see, it's coming along. Well, enough about me. How are you? How are you doing? That's what I really want to know. Let me know, how are you? Anyway, see ya. This is part 5 now, I think. So stay tuned for part 6, where, golly, I'm not sure what we'll do. Maybe I'll start the base. And somebody asked me if I was going to start working on the bases. Yes, I am. I'm going to do the base. We're going to put the stuff on the base. We're going to put buildings and all that kind of thing. Rubble, people. We're going to do this whole project on video. I'm going to show you everything I do. And so I hope it's helpful to you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's interesting. Got any tips for me about how to make them better? I know they could be better. Let me know what I can do, and I'll try to implement some of those suggestions. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.